Hi guys, welcome back to the 5-Hour Show. I'm your host Raymond, and as you can see today we're going to be working with Optimus Prime's die-cast metal feet. Today's goal is to do two things. One, carefully remove this, where the screw goes in, this piece has to come out. Okay, and so as you can see here, I already have this ready to go. And one of the things that I noticed early on when we were working with it is that this is a 2mm, so it goes in and it doesn't damage the threads. We're going to use this to go all the way through the foot. We're going to have to patch that up later on, but we're going to get through, and then we're going to remove this and we're going to save those parts, and then only then can we make the hole at the bottom. So that's today's video. So without further ado, let's get our 2mm, and we have our wish me luck, guys. We've gone through. So that's foot number 1. There you go. So you're saying, now what? Now, in order to get this out, we have to switch over to a 2.5, 4.0. Okay, so the 3.5, okay, so this might be a 4. And that's the thing, see, if I would have done it with a 2.5, maybe that piece would not come out. But with a 4.0, I'm guessing we can get all of it out. So the 2.5 is no good. We're gonna have to use the 4.0, and that's the one right there. So it's a good thing I stopped to think about that, because if it didn't work, we'd still have that post on the inside. There you go. That's what it's called, a post. All right, guys, so my battery died, but here we go. Let's stop there for a second and see what happened. So, I may have to make the hole bigger. Might have to go up one more. Alright guys, so ultimately we may have to switch over to a 5.0. So that's a bigger one, and that could do it. Most likely. That's probably what I should have done from the start. So let's do it. Here we are. And let's hope for the best. Yep. That did it. We got it. Don't look so bad, but that did it. Alright guys, so here is the piece we drilled out. We're gonna have to shave it down, maybe do something. Here is the piece that we cut out. There is some flashing on the drill, and that's not a good thing either, because we need to make sure that there is no metal in there. So it's, we're gonna have to re-drill it on the inside, but that just means that my suspicions were correct. So we're gonna have to do the same thing for this one, and that is to drill it with the 2mm, and then drill, this is the second one by the way, so then we're gonna have to drill the outside again with the 5mm. So let's get started, guys. Fresh battery, let's go. Put a lot of pressure. And we made it through. So now, once more, we're going to try it with the 5.0, the thick one. All right. All right, so we can't have all that metal flashing all the way around. So we're going to have to do it again. And we may have to do it on the opposite side as well. A lot of metal flying around. Yep, just to suspect that there is still some metal in there. But you can take it out. So we'll have to do that. For now, let's do the second one. And once again, let's hope for the best. You know what? We may have to use the smaller one. To get it started, and then and yeah, this piece is red hot, and yes, see, it was a clean cut. All right, so that's one thing down. Now let's get started with the rest. All right, guys, so here we are, and we finally drilled out the inside. On the second one of the posts went flying, so I'll have to take some time. I'm not gonna put that on camera, but have to take some time to look for it, because we are going to need that. And what we're going to do is, seeing how this post would have gone there, we're still going to need to maybe trim it down. I'll have to cut it halfway and add some kind of a post so that we can fasten it to the top here, so that it is out of the way of the main foot. And so now we can put our figure head in there. And so the main question is, how do we measure that? So obviously this thick end is really thick, and we'll need to it's gonna, you know what, the Prime is gonna be top heavy, because most of the body is on this side and the feet are going to be here. So in robot mode, those arms are going to have to go forward, and we may have to make a specially modified foot plate or something. But anyway, as you can see, we can put it in now. and I could almost see the square, but I want to make sure that it is far away from here, centered here, and away from that circle, and closer to the center here. So it's going to be tricky to do. It really is going to be tricky to do. So my guess is we're going to have to draw a square and check it out. Okay guys, so I got my pencil here, and I will just simply draw a box. Not going to measure it, just going to draw a box, because we're not going to cut today, unfortunately. I am literally out of time. So I simply drew a box where it seems like it would most benefit. As I mentioned before, we have run out of time for today, but at least we got those posts drilled out. So now, if you can see it, so here goes. So you can see the thick part. We're not going to cut into that. We have to get closer to this center section here to stay away from the flashing on the inside. And we're going to have to fasten something at an angle to be able to get that head in there. And so we have to cut there. That is the only place we can cut to put this thing in. You know what? I'm feeling really dangerous right now. I really want to make this cut, but I'm gonna hold back because, like I said, I've run out of time. You can see where that square is. The measurements for that square would be the head of this transformer. Sorry guys, the head of this transformer is about 5 millimeters, 6, so it's 6 millimeters, and sideways it would also be about 6, so it's 6 millimeters. That means that this square peg, this square hole, has to be at least 7. And so if I'm here at 1, it's got to be at 7. So I'll have to draw it bigger. But I think for the most part, I'm pretty much on the money for it. Yeah, that's kind of close. So it almost from wall to wall. So when we cut that hole, it's going to be wall to wall. So guys, again, I apologize. This video is already too long as it is. We got the post out. I'll have to find the second one. But we've got it done. We're one step closer. And that does it for today, guys. So thank you very much for coming to the 5-hour show. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Share, like, comment, let us know what you think. Do you agree that we should make holes all over Optimus Prime's feet? Or does that bother you? Anyway, so we'll leave it here, and we will pick up on the next episode. Thank you again for watching. God bless you always in Jesus Christ's name, and I will see you guys on the next episode of the 5-hour show.